Hello everyone, welcome back to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. In the last episode, we got through the cistern, and we ended up meeting the husk of Agrippa. And now what we must do is we have to find 6 ore pieces and the ingredients to Agrippa's tonic. So, without further ado, let's get into this. I combined the word it and this. I wasn't sure which word I wanted to say. Also, alright, here we go. I found out apparently that during the little loading sections of the game, my voice does in fact only skip to when it starts to load and after it loads. So it sounds like I just say like if I were reading from a citation or whatever, you would only hear the first fraction. You'd only hear a fraction of the first part, and then just a fraction of the final part of the citation. Okay, so apparently the music's being kind of skippy. This probably happens if I just load directly from where I left off. I also noticed the game seems to get more laggy the farther in I go.
Was there something else? Vaya was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs.
Hold on.
Unlike every other finder since the fall of the Israel faith, he was able to unshackle the horror you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
So, what are my mementos? Seeks a note written by a man named Johann Ware. Okay. Alright, so where should I go?
Powerful. Not the way I hoped. I've done all that I can to escape this prison, but now I use all my strength merely to stay alive. Said he found a way to take me with him beyond the stars. But I was too afraid to come along, silvering. And now, all I can do is regret it.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll make sure I find a way to help you.
I've always hoped Fire would return and give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here, as a hostage, hoping Vaya will reveal himself.
Here, let me get that for you. Ow.
You're a good boy, Dad, and I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
I can't get that one on the back. Sorry.
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Got it. I wish you luck with whatever it is you're doing. No, I already went there. So like I was saying, yeah, you can only hear a fraction of the beginning of a sentence I read during the loading time, and a fraction of the end of it, which is kind of unfortunate. The thick liquid. Yeah, I'm gonna say all you could really hear was a fraction of that as well. Unless you didn't, because I don't really know when it does and doesn't.
more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Does my cat want in already? Yep. Can I don't know why Moo Moo wants in and out and in and out. Although she's a sweet little Moo Moo. Alright. So, I'm nearly out of oil. What is happening? This is the torture chamber. Oh, tinderbox. My oil is definitely about to go out. Piece of orb. Oh. The wrapper hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flowing from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. So, what are they doing? Bloodletting? I know some of these medical acts because I've seen one of Matthew Santoro's videos of 10 medical practices you wouldn't believe exist. Oh my god. Okay, that's disturbing. I wish I had never. I really wish there was a way to make it so that. I really wish I hadn't saw that. Saw that? No? Sorry. Bit grim to make a joke like that after seeing an image like that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to light a candle or some crap. Okay, where's the candle? There it is. Anything else in here? No? Okay. What's that? Oh, that's a candle. You know, the only thing that really irritates me about any of the flashbacks is the fact that they actually slow me down. So I can't move all that much.
Find a way!
Help who? Oh, I just noticed. Depending on the color, its texture and color are constantly changing. Okay, I remember this practice. What was it called? Okay, it's called the strappado. So that's a strappado. Oh hey. What are you doing hiding in the... What the nuts? Oh, you know, the first time I saw this game, I understood that the player had to collect pieces of orb, but I never really paid attention. I never really got to understand why they were different colors. Okay, so I need to hang something, right? Now I can just have a flashback. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. Ugh. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Oh god, that's creepy. That's very creepy. No, I want to close that. Yeah. I remember when PewDiePie thought that this was a Wall-E. I mean, this looks kind of like Wall-E, but no, I'm pretty sure someone's legs are supposed to go into these shackles. Fun fact, whenever I got this game, I was gonna point that out, that's what those things were for. Oh god, am I really gonna have to reenact this? Like really? No, wrong way. Oh, god. Why did I have to reenact that? That's just creepy. Okay. I really friggin' wish I hadn't done that. Yep, you bet I do. My sanity is dangerously low. I'm just gonna get out of here. And now movie. Probably went out again. Hey, Moo. Aww. Wanna go out again? Alright. So the Strapato is one of the most disturbing things ever. I know that for sure now. Okay, where am I? You know, I'm really glad they have a gamma setting so I can actually, like, set it to help me actually see where I'm going. I mean, sure, it makes everything look less creepy, but...
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Is this the same guy? Is this the same guy who was saying, why did he have to go in there? Who goes into a burning building? Is that the same guy? God, that was... Okay, for a second I thought my sanity was reduced to normal a bit. For a second I thought my sanity was not reduced, increased for a bit.
No, please! I'll do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
Ugh. What's this thing? The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. Didn't take much to break him, They had meant for him to die, but their torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. What is that? Okay, is there something like, oh. Is there something depicting what this is, like usual? Okay, I'm just gonna stand here a moment. I don't think this is really doing anything. No, it's not doing anything. Oh, hey. Hey! Alright. Is there nothing around here that tells what this is? Hold on a moment. I'm gonna turn up the game real quick. What is this? Okay, well, I am not glad I looked that up. That's actually a lot worse than I pictured it would be. Alright, well, let me just turn this stuff back down. I would show you guys, but it's just kind of disturbing. But I did find out that it is called a Judas Cradle, which is a just as creepy and or terrifying name. I don't like these rumblies in this castle's tumblies. Sandy's still crystal clear. Where does this go? Oh, hey! Okay, any books I can pick up? This one? Okay, sorry, I felt like this painting was hiding something. Alright. Oh, yay! There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and a terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence when their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that it will all be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Okay, that's kind of disturbing. So there's nothing in here. Sir Cushionist, are you hiding anything? Well, you weren't really hiding anything, it was kind of just sitting here. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Alright. Ooh, tinderbox. I like how the objects glow only when you approach them. Picked up string. I think I remember reading something about... Yes! Okay. So we figured out what the string is for. Glug glug. Huh. Okay. Is there any other place I must go? I already went there. I already went there. And I already went there. So I think we're good. We picked up 3 pieces. So the other pieces have to be in the choir. Carefully cutting them in.
Dad, good to see you.
God, you
You
scared
seem to
me.
have found all the all pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Got it. Where is the choir? Is it this way? Is it this way? What's in here? Okay. Tinder box. Light. Light. Laudanum. Yeah. What's this? I don't know. It's not important. I love how some of these bottles don't even break. Aha! Tinderbox. I feel like I actually did miss some tinderboxes in the beginning. Oh, another one! In the court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other, while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same age, not by time, but by anguish. This stuff is all so deep. For a second I thought I was gonna grab that entire book stack. Wayer taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in the seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa as he is, and has been for centuries, my only link to the world beyond. Wayer claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Sorry, I thought I saw something. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Weyer told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and Tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile grounds for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, would prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters look wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion of the water-dwelling Carrick. I will have to address Weyer with this, as he would have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. Okay, so I got Tempter. I just need vitae and the poison. That's actually kind of clever, putting one of the ingredients inside a monster that is so dangerous, yet we still have to go towards it, or we had to. Here we are, the choir. The fear had begun. I know what the choir holds. And oh crap, I'm nearly out of oil. And I'm not gonna like it.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry, no time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
Oh God.
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come.
Oh God. I'm sorry, dude. I gotta do it.
Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines. Paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you sleep. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
Okay, what's happening? Okay, what do I do? Do I walk out? Okay.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Oh. Oh, I thought I got something. Okay, so there's not really much of anything here.
She deserved it, that little...
Sorry, for some reason I felt the need to cut that tiny little part out. After the men had secured the prisoner, The ritual began. Oh. Oh, I clicked on that, okay. You know, I swear to God there was another section where I had to go back to face the brute and the sewers again. Because I remember there being a part where he was chasing me. But I don't really remember when, though. It had gone too far. Okay, so from what I read in a
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Okay, I think I got a kind of a good layout of the map. So I read that when the thing directs left, you want to head left, hugging the side wall. Yeah, I had to look at the map of this place because this place is huge. I don't know if there's any oils or laudanums. What I also read is you do not want to turn on your lantern here. Because consider this is a place where a lot of monsters appear, and bigger ones, as one of my friends told me, and turning on your lantern is something you don't want to do. If not because of the fact that, well, I think it's not just because there's a lot of monsters, but because something about this room makes it more likely that they're going to see you. Probably the fogginess around here. Don't do that to me! Freaking... Why? Oh, I did not... The fortress stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked, and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Ew. God, I really... That was not cool. That was not cool at all. Come on, game, you're better than that. What is this? An orb piece. Hallelujah. Boop. I'm probably gonna need this for a distraction. Is there anything else in here I can use? Ooh, a laudanum. I can use that. Ew. Oh, get off. Gonna use this for a bit. And it's gonna go out. Alright. As bad an idea as this probably sounds like it would be, it would probably also be kind of a good idea. I'm gonna leave this cracked. No. Right, like right out here. No, keep it cracked. Okay, no, fine, leave it open. Hopefully I can... Oh, okay, I do not want to walk that way. That way is death. Death is bad. Come on. Alright. There should be a bridge somewhere around here. Alright, I'm back. I had to watch a bit of Outlast and all that, but other than that, we're doing fine now. I literally have no oil or anything. It's... I mean, I wish I had something, but I do not. I have nothing. Is that a... Okay, that's a bridge. And from what I know, by walking across this, a monster is going to appear behind me. You can hear a growl. Okay, where is it? Oh crap. It's right there. Oh crap. I thought that was an overturned pillar. Ah, crap. Okay, well. Okay. Oh, I'm back here. Are you kidding me? You know, I'm just gonna go this way. I still have no oil. I thought that was something I could pick up. Okay, this is where I believe the monster will spawn. He's still out there.
The shadow. It's close now.
Hold on. So I think this thing is just gonna be like patrolling now. Is that a door? That's not a door. I guess I can just walk along the wall till I find something. Or until something finds me. Which I hope does not happen. Gotta keep my sanity somehow. Even if it means risking my life. Okay, you know what? For now, I'm just gonna turn up the gamma as much as it ruins the effect, because I cannot see Jack. I'll only turn it on at certain points.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly but with intent, so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Oh, God. That's horrible. That's... oh, hey, an ore piece. Click. Oh, God. Okay. I'm gonna need to carry this bone with me so that I can have a distraction. Oh, I thought that was a tinderbox. Please don't let there be a brute over here. Crap. Why did I do this? Crap. Crap, 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 no, 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 no. Stop talking to me. I need to get away. He's right behind me. Crap, 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 crap. Oh, he's gonna slay me. He's gonna slay me so bad. Go, 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 go. Oh. 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 All right, I'm gonna find some oil or something. Oh my God, I didn't even notice him. Oh my dear God. Oh. My hands are shaking so badly. Okay, so I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is I found out where some lantern oil was. The bad news is it's in here. So I gotta be really careful to not hit anything, to not make a noise. Somewhere around here. Now then, as long as I'm really careful, I won't be seen. Now, I don't know if the brute can see very well in the dark, but what I do know is this. If I don't make that many noises, he will not find me. I cannot get too close to him though. Otherwise, obviously he'll hear me and he'll slay my sorry butt. So here's what I'm thinking. If needed, I'll find some way to create a diversion. Alright, where is he? Okay, I need to go this way. There's a poison gland over here. And another bottle of lantern oil. Calmly back away. Where is he? Where is he? Shoot, he's over there. Okay. I need to go back across the bridge. Or I can just go over here and pray to God he does not patrol. Stay low, stay quiet. Alright. I'm back. I just had to go eat dinner. Okay, so I'm trying to evade the brutes. My friend told me that later on in the game I'd have to be more careful because there would be bigger monsters. And I have to ask, what did he mean, bigger monsters? Okay, I really don't know where I am right now. But, but hey, look at that! Oh, that's where the hammer and chipper comes in. No? Well then... Well then, what do I do? There we go, okay. Got a poison gland, heck yeah! Now there should be like an oil bottle around here somewhere. I walked right past it. You know what? I'm just gonna go in here. Oh, open it. Open. Open. Freaking. Okay.
Who are you to question me?
By the way, guys, don't worry. I like how I actually moved it. By the way, don't worry, guys. I will turn the gamma back down once I'm out of this room. The trader did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled to the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Sorry. Oh my god, this is a tortured Oh, so this thing... Oh, dude, that's Dude, that is disturbing as crap. Okay, sorry. Alright. So, that's creepy. So while I'm out here, I'll pick this up and I'll sneak right down here. Where I'll hopefully find my bottle of oil. Bottle of oil, bottle of oil, bottle of oil. There is no bottle of oil in this area. I have been lied to. Maybe it's somewhere... No, because I would have seen it, right? Wait, is that... No, it's not it either. Maybe it's not even here and I was just mistaken. Okay. Well, that was stupid. Come on. Get up there! Ugh. I say get up there! Huh! Yes! I almost didn't notice the tinderbox. So if I come across the brute, I'll just throw this and pray that he walks away. Okay, so where do I go now? Okay, I got it. So, what I need to do is, Alright, so wait, what's over here? Did I already go this way before? I don't know if I did. I'm gonna look just in case. Yeah, I'd already been in here. I'm gonna go around here for a bit. Okay. So... what else did I need? Okay. Wait, I got... okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I got all 6 pieces. Okay, so where do I go? Wait, so there was... hold on. I'm actually gonna go ahead to the room. Where was it? So my sanity's fine. Where's my rock? Oh yeah, I left outside. Okay, so I have all 6 pieces. What did I need? Okay, so I need vitae. Alright, so I have Tempter and fungi. Where do I get the vitae from? Okay, I'm gonna go back to the room over there. Oh! Don't see me, 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 don't see me. I thought I was safe. Okay. But everything else, I'm going in here. Oh no, I was already in here. So I already got everything. So, okay, so it turns out, I need to go to either Agrippa, the room next to Agrippa's chamber, or near the transcend. Because that is, that is where I can obtain the blood. It mentions something about the choir collapsing, so that I gotta see. Please tell me the brute didn't wander his way over here. Okay, I will be honest, that was so freaking intense.
Huh?
Okay, so where is said
Good
room?
to see. Incredible. You found Vire's recipe. Then there might still be a chance. Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another realm. It's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate then. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic Vire describes. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me.
Okay, so where is this supposed grate?
I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tongue before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me. Please, my fate is in your hands.
This is not it. Whoa! It's a little mouse. That's cool. I never actually knew there were real mice in here. Oh. What do I put this? Ew. Haha! I did it! Hallelujah!
I see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tongue before attempting to mend the orb,
Wait.
there might still
Crap.
be a chance for you to save
Wait,
me.
no.
Please, my
Where do I
fate
go
is in your
again?
hands.
Okay, so I just got... so I just got back from a shower. So I need to find the laboratory. How do I get into the laboratory? Alright, I know what I need to do. I need to go to the chancel. Do I go in here? Yes. course, Moo Moo wants out. Alright. How long's that trap door been there? Oh, that's not a trap door, that's... Whatever it is, I want to go up there. Of course, I know it's not going to open, but... Hello? With my luck, I'm gonna end up facing a monster. Hello? No. Did he just kill me through the... Did he just kill me through the door? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He totally just killed me through the door. I had it shut. Oh. What are they doing? Are they ripping me to shreds? Are they... Oh. Hi. I got a lantern. You don't like the lantern, do you?
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Okay, hold on. Actually, you know what? No, I'm pretty sure I can just, you know. I'm pretty sure... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to try to, like, play this game again to, like, get some of the achievements, and also to, you know... Huh? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong key. Huh? Come on, baby. I still have all my items, sucker. Okay. Aha! I'll take that. I'll take that. Come on, get through there. I know how to get through this. It's like Daniel's just being a butt. I can't pick up the table either. That's the irritating part. Come on, Daniel. Come on. Wait, can I... Wait, can I just, like... Okay, what do I do? I'm not gonna wait here for the shadow. I'm not gonna wait for the shadow. God knows how long that'd take. I'm gonna make my way out. I'm pretty sure that you can get one of the endings by... Why in the world does that happen? Why did that happen? What is happening? I'm trying to find my way out. I don't want to die. And I'm not going to. Not
Get
on...
away! You shouldn't do that!
Okay, so if he said that, am I safe now? Is the shadow not going to come for me now? What do I use the beam for? Oh, that one's unlocked. Oh, I get it. They gave me the beam so I could like escape. Come on. Work with me. Okay. Let me pick up this one. I don't like the sound of that. I have to hurry. I probably don't have much time. Just move it. Okay, what's the point? What is the point of this? Wait. Okay, I know I can escape now, but is the shadow still like actually gonna come after me? Well, I'm gonna wait a bit. This is unsettling. It said there was some kind of glitch about a wooden bucket. I don't think the shadow's coming. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I'm actually gonna stay here to find out if it's still coming. You know what, I'm not gonna stay here any longer, I'm just gonna go. Just give me a moment. There were actually like several ways to escape from here. One of which involved a key. But I'm gonna escape using the old broken cell bar method. No. Come on. Get up there. Yeah! Could I have... No. So I've wasted enough time here. Ooh. Gimme. Gimme. Ka-chink. There's little left to say. I write slowly to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of these last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep and time will pass without effort. I have begun to wean myself in my prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb, but now I feel the close walls comforting me. As long as I am in here, there's no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed earlier as one of my wardens dropped the key down the pipes. It gave me hope for a second, thinking I could escape if I somehow reach it from here. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams I best you and escape your clutches and return with all the knights of the realm, carrying pistols and sabers. In my dreams. There's actually a thing on the page about the cell room, where if I carry a wooden bucket all the way towards the end of the game, I can lure it into another room. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, a tinderbox. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have said, "Oh my god, a tinderbox!" And like it would have made it sound like I didn't care at all about the corpse, which I don't. Oh my god, that would have been hilarious. Okay, so it said that a key was dropped down one of the pipes. Little pipey pipes. So... Oh, okay. Oh. Aha! A wooden bucket. So I get the feeling I'm actually gonna need that later. Wait, I get it. The wooden bucket is for the well. Well, I'm gonna see what happens when I keep it. Unless, of course, I am completely forced to... Yep. How did I know? How did I freaking know? Can I go in there? No? Wait, I'm slowly crouching down. Aww. I don't wanna... Oh, come on. Okay, I guess I have to use the wooden bucket. Or do I? Can I just find another way? Can I just attach something else to it?
He sees what I see.
Does he see what I see? Does he see what I see? Wait, a brick. Brick, 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 brick. It's fun. All I hear is a thump. I don't even hear like water splashing or anything. Oh, what's this? Hey! There's a key in the pipe, but it can't be reached. Is this where the bar comes in? Wait. I know what to do. It would only ruin it. Aha! Aha! Ha ha ha! See? I can keep the bucket. Can I have this back? Ah, whatever. Actually, I don't even think that well is the thing I needed to go for. Oh right, I was gonna turn the stuff down. There we go. What? Oh crap, it's chasing me! Oh, it's chasing me! Actually, what happens if I walk towards it? Whee! Instant death. Run. Is this the thing that was gonna kill me had I walked through the cells? I not walked through the cells. What am I talking about? Had I, It's locked again. Is it really locked? It can't be locked. It's locked. Anyway, I've fooled around enough times here. Now I can run for my life. It's gone. Well, then I can just walk with leisure. No, I can't. Can I? Oh, yes I can. Well, it sucks to be you, Shadow. Okay, so there's clearly some kind of bug in which if I get killed by a monster, it's not gonna come after me afterwards. So I'm good. Right? Yeah, roar. You're not even coming after me, so you hush up. I'm gonna check back here just to be sure. Nope. I'm just gonna cruise on ahead. I actually feel kind of bad now because since I died, I can just walk through here without any, never mind! It's not that way! Never mind. Never mind. That's bad. It's very bad. When Hadel turned... Hey, this is that... Oh, it's just a Karen. Hey, how you doing? Picked up in the box. Did I just pass out again? Alexander became say he could no longer recognize his friends sitting across the carriage.
18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Altstadt lies a small settlement where Zimmerman, a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children.
Oh, I'm moving.
We took the coach, went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. As he he went to take care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children. We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
Oh my god. I'm crying at stuff. Oh, it was like some kind of unconscious flashback kind of thing. Okay. I think I remember what happened here. Isn't there a grunt that walks around here? Tinderbox. Oh, ew. Grody. I have a lot of tinderboxes. Okay, so something busted this door down, presumably the shadow. Yeah. Wait, I saw something over there. Ow! Freaking... No, I didn't. I thought I saw another tinderbox. It was just my imaginations. My imaginatives. Oh, crap. Okay, so this stuff is pulsing, so I'm gonna want to run across, run and jump, and run and jump, and run and out, run and jump, and run and jump, and duck. Okay. What's that? What's that? Okay, that's not. I'm gonna want to move this eventually. I guess I cannot move it. Where am I? Oh, I'm back here. I'm gonna go kick some booty. Did it get the spiders? I don't think it did. But if it did, I feel so bad for them. Someone removed my torches. Well, not my torches, my, my lights. With a mess this big, you would definitely think a grunt came through here, tearing everything up. And I would not say you were wrong about that, because that's most likely what happened. Ow, 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 oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh hey! Look at that. I'm gonna block this with a chair. And then I'm gonna block it with another chair. Okay. That's definitely a suitable barricade. I'm gonna put a rock on it because it'll be hard to move. Yep, this is a perfect barricade. Nothing can get through it. What is this thing? Okay, so... it needs to be purified. How would I do that? Do I put it here? No. Oh, a tinderbox. I was looking for you. Oh, wait a minute. Duh. It goes here. Yep. And then I turn this. Whoa. Incomplete tonic. So do I put it in here? Oh, okay, I put it in there. And then I take the gland. Oh no, wait. Aha! Then I shut the door and pull the lever. Look at how marvelous this is. And then I have to place it here. Wait, I have to place it here. And then I have the mushroom gland here. Oh, okay, so I have to turn it the other way. I am smart. And then bring it around town. Bring it around town. And then have Boosty. And now I got Waiter's Tonic. Nothing can stop me now. Look out, Alexander. Here I come.
Daddy, I thought I'd lost you. The castle trembled and I could hear the chancel collapse. The laboratory might be accessible now. You did it! Thank goodness. Now, pay attention. First, feed me the tonic, and then use the saw to remove my head. As the tonic begins to work, you'll be able to cut off my head without taking my life. Then, take my head and bring it with you. As you enter the gate, Alexander is opening in the inner sanctum. What do you mean? Why wouldn't you enter the gate? We can't argue now. You need to act.
What is this? Something's been through here. A bone saw. It won't budge. So I read something about... Wait, can I put these together? No. They won't stay together.
You're a good boy, Dad. And I appreciate your compliment. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Oh, shut up. You just asked me to help you out. Boop.
Quickly, off the head.
Ew, that's so gross. Oh. Oh my god, it's actually in my inventory. Okay, so where do I go from here? Do I go through here?
Use it for the ritual.
Oh wait. I got a rock. I gotta walk. What do I use what do I use to walk for, mommy? Here we go. All his life he had done. So the chancel has been collapsed. Is what I heard. But are the monsters still within it? I don't think I wanna... Is he gonna break that door down? What was that? Is there someone guarding it? What is that? Okay, that's nothing. I'm pretty sure no one's here. Ew. Grody. Oh god. Yeah, that creepy little gust of wind. Oh my god. Can I just... Quick question. Can I just... I need an orb to get through here. Whoa! It's red. An adhesive. I'm pretty sure if I go through there, I die. Alright. What's that? I keep thinking the goo is some kind of, you know, tinderbox or something. Ooh, a spoopy gust of wind. Scary. I'm gonna take that with me when needed. I'm gonna close this door. Hope no monsters are in here. Alright, so... Tinder box. Bucket of tar. What else is in here? Ow! Ow! Can I just... I know what I need. I know exactly what I need. Can I pick any one of you up? And I can carry it. Awesome. Boink. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna shut off the machine. Let's go. I'm taking you with me. Come on, Jerry. Which way did I come from? Where'd Jerry go? There you go, Jerry. Jerry the junk pot. Jerry the junk. Is it still unsafe? Yep. Okay. So I need to go into the other room then. Except I can't go in there. Oh, I thought that was like a bottle or something. Can I just walk on this? Does this hurt me? A wound is bleeding quite badly. Oh crap, I get hit like once more or something. Ow! Yeah, I figured. There's no way I'm getting across that. Okay, so what do I need to do? Wait! I have the tar! I can just use the orb to power up the machine, I bet. Am I even, like, building it? Oh, I am! Now it's just missing one piece. God. That scared me. Well, there's no going back now. There's no going back now. She cried and struggled. You don't scare me. Oh, Run? What do you mean run? Run from what? What is it? What am I running from? I thought he was just spawning more of the fresh stuff. What in the world am I running from? Oh crap, he's like coming for me. Okay, yeah, I'm pulling this. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it! Sucker. Agrippa hasn't really spoken to me for some time now. And it's a little concerning. Okay. I'm gonna assume these are the pillars I might need to... I don't know. Examine or something? There is an ending where... You know what? I'll just tell you when the time comes. I feel like telling you now would kind of ruin the effect. I mean, of course it would.
19th of August, 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination. Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer. A monster. And now, I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
Huh. I always knew this Alexander person was trouble. And I can see I was right. The door will not open. Okay, so what do I do? Oh! Wait, are you...
Shouldn't trust him.
Roar, roar, roar. Oh! Click? Okay, that's hurting my ears. Oh, it's something to prick your fingers on. Oh. Was this always here? What? Okay, what just happened? It's like some kind of thing, I don't know. So I have to do this for both of these things. It's like a pentagram or something. Aha! Ow. Don't kill me, please. Okay, stop it. Is it? Okay, never mind. I thought that, okay, I'll go for it. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, crap. Oh. Okay, so why did I close the door on them if it didn't do jack? Ah. I'm just gonna run. Any tinderboxes here? Here it is, guys. If it wasn't for... Holy...
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good
Ow.
and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
Alright, buddy. Oh my god, you can really turn your head. I'm gonna find something and knock this over with. Like this, for instance? I need to find a rock. Or do I just need to push it?
Do that. I realize you doubt my intentions. Why would I take such extreme measures to save your life? Maybe I'm saving mine too.
Okay, so I just gotta... What do I do? Oh, wait.
Stop it, Danny. You are ruining it. We are so close, I beg you.
I don't care.
I'm just like you, Danny. A prisoner of circumstance. Trapped in a world I no longer recognize. As you gain your freedom, will you deny me mine?
Yes.
We are so close, closer than I've been for centuries.
So the first pillar was for tricking me. The second one was looking for me for murder. And this is for all those people you innocently poisoned. As I was saying, this is for all those people you innocently poisoned. Or all those innocent people you poisoned.
Do you see it? A whole other world. Isn't it beautiful? I can finally return home.
Am I too late? Hold on. Alright. This is for lying to me.
I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice? No, don't do that. I realize you doubt my intentions. Why would I
This
take
is for
such
making me
extreme
look like a
measures
murderer.
to save your life? Maybe I'm saving mine too. You are ruining it. We are so close, I beg you.
And this is for all those innocent people you poisoned.
Prisoner of circumstance, trapped in the world I know not. You killed us. You killed us both.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me.
It was my greatest triumph, and I never looked back. You think I was afraid, fleeing Brennenburg? Huh. Quite the contrary. I knew it was my purgatory, hellfire made to wash away my sins. There's no denying the things I've done, but I have paid my tribute. I gave them that awful man. I did the right thing.
Now, you might say this was Amnesia: The Dark Descent, but no, there's actually a couple things left to do. So, if I can, I'm gonna skip the credits and save those for the... Okay. Now, you see that little thing down there? Ike271. That is, in fact, part of the password. Now, I'm going to show you guys most of the endings. So, yeah.
Did you really talk about redemption? How you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. Grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Goodbye, Brennenberg. How long before this kills me? Okay, so judging by this, I'm gonna assume that this guy doesn't come for another good long while. I'm just recording this in total to see how long it would really take. You know, I'm just gonna cut to the part where the shadow kills Daniel. So it took about like 10 minutes? Or am I just standing on something? I'm just standing on something.
Please, let me go!
I've been asleep. I'll never tell you.
Thank you, my friend. Your sacrifice won't be forgotten. You will be celebrated forever.
TYR299.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
There he is. Do you see him, Vaya? He deserves so much more. Please, help him. I know you can. Don't worry, Daniel. It will be all right.
ODN 314. Alright, so. Wait. There we go. Alright, so. Let's do this. Let's open it up. I feel like I might have typed this in wrong. Yeah. Trying this again. That is the password.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa? Thank you, my friend. Your sacrifice won't be forgotten. You will be celebrated forever.
Now, that was Amnesia, The Dark Descent. Now, if you guys didn't already figure this out, I do indeed have some custom stories to get through. Plenty, actually. And I must say, this game was very well made, very terrifying, and so intriguing, so interesting, really. I honestly don't know what else to say about it, except that there were a lot of moments where... Okay, let's just start with the basics. The realism of the game was absolutely amazing. The monster designs and code things, they were just brilliant. The programming, everything was well thought out. There were plenty of jump scares. And I have to say, some of the moments in the game were rather stress-inducing, rather menacing. For instance, having to deal with the brute in the sewer. That was something I never really thought I'd have to have such trouble on. And believe me, I'm just glad I did have to deal with him, because that really had a lot of intimidation brought into my fear of water levels. Scary water levels, specifically. Because believe me, those kind of water levels kind of freak me out. And the brute just made everything like 10 times scarier. So now I'm gonna try and, enter the password this time. Maybe I had to get all the endings. Maybe. Oh, so I did have to... Okay. So I did have to do it. I did have to unlock all the endings. Alright, well, let's... So this is all the art. Very creepy. So this is Agrippa JPG, Agrippa mugshot.jpg, or JPEG, Alexander.jpg. Ugh. This is the brute. Oh my god, that's creepy. This is the grunt's early concept. Oh my god, that would have been that just looks a lot creepier. The grunt's early concept too. The grunt's early concept 3. And this is the grunt final. Ugh. This is the old brute. the heck am I even looking at? That's just weird. Old Brute 2. Ew. Old Brute 3. Old Fish 1. I don't know where the fish came from. Old Miscellaneous 1. Or old Miscellaneous. I'm guessing these are monsters that were scrapped. Anyway, this is the 13th page of the thing. Here are the environments. So this is the chancel in Maya. This is the chapter 1 machine room, bottom. This is the chapter 1 storage hall. This is the chapter 1 study sill. This is the chapter 2 chancel. This is the chapter 3 inner sanctum shrine. This is the choir. This is the dungeon corridor 1. This is the fountain design. Creepy. The fountain work in progress with comments. This is the main menu. The main menu, no text. This looks like the kind of place you dream about. The orb chamber final. Orb chamber test 1. Orb chamber test 2. Orb chamber test 3. Orb chamber test 4. Orb chamber test 5. And I'm gonna guess, oh, the transept. This is a portrait of Alexander, I believe, when you go insane. This is him when he's normal. Oh my god, that's just creepy. I noticed the background changes a bit too. Ugh. This is the torture poster, the saw. This is the strappado. And the rest of these are Herbert's Lost Diary. These are just doc files and Windows Media Player files. Ancient Game Overview, Ancient Game Pitch, Set 1, Game Journey Outline, Big Old Archives. and all these are just videos. I don't really know how videos are gonna like. I don't really know how they're going to. I don't really know how they're gonna work on my Bandicam, and I don't really want to try. But if you guys want to look at these files, you'll have to go through the entire game, of course. But these will all look really nice and well worth looking at. So yeah, that is it for the Amnesia finale. So I am going to do a custom story soon. But until then, I will see you all next time. Good of you to come. This time, it will be a trial of character. Bear in mind, death is final. Nothing will be saved. Come on, wake up. You need to get going. Hello everyone, and welcome to Amnesia, Justine.